All right. Thank y'all for rocking with us as we kick off more of black music history in the United States, right? With the black Americans. We have done some videos already, but to kind of give it more structure going forward, we're going to put numbers to the episodes. And it's already the channel or the playlist is already, black music history, Negro spirituals to hip hop. We might keep that as the title, and then saying, still might eventually change that shit to Black music is American music. But either way, we'll get it all worked out and figured out. But just know that you click on this playlist, you're gonna get some Black American music history. So let's just go on ahead and jump into episode one coming into 2024 as we try to do things a little bit different, and kick it off. So, as I mentioned, black music in America with these Caucasians classified our music out of their hatred for us. Oh, that's black music. You know what I mean? These same motherfuckers try to act, like everything, like there ain't no division and all that. We're not part of American music. It's black music. But all American music was stolen or taken from black music. So let's go on ahead and get into it. The first thing, black people created many major music genres in America, yet they faced underrepresentation in industry leadership and awards. So, like your Dame Dashes, um, I can't recall if like like a Joe Budden or anybody spoke on it as well. But Dame Dash has been kind of one of the major champions as far as from a standpoint of just pointing out real shit, culture vultures. You know what I mean? So in an industry that it's all been us, you may have your little Jay Z or your Puffy that's put forth, but since the creation of that radio, which might have been the late 1800s to early 1900s, since they turned that bitch on, the niggas that been on there ain't been really getting the monetization that they should have been getting. The you know what I mean? So that's real shit. Number two, Black America's admiration. America's admiration for black culture contrasts with its disdain for black people, creating a paradox within the music industry, which is once again real shit from the jump. We could even go to the 50s, the doo wop era. We could even go before that to the jazz era where niggas was fly doing they shit up in Harlem on some Cotton Club fly shit. These niggas, these ancestors were hella talented. You know what I'm saying? And because they've always been jealous, they don't have the creativity to do what we do. They have to always steal and take. So then you have the creation of big band, which is basically white people trying to emulate the brothers already doing their thing playing jazz. You know what I'm saying? So that's just one of many fucking examples. They want the black sound, but with the white face. The banjo. This is number three. The banjo, foundational to folk and country, was learned from slaves, but later used in offensive performances. Basically minstrel shows where white performers would have, paint their face black to try to look like us and demean us while still low key trying to emulate the fly shit we was creating, that they just mad that they didn't have the fucking talent and still don't got the talent. Number four, in the 1920s, black musicians played jazz at Harlem's Cotton Club, but only white patrons were allowed. Now that right there blows my mind. So you got some black musicians that can play in Harlem, in Black Harlem, but only white customers basically were allowed to come in and listen to the black music. That's fucking crazy. That shit is fucking crazy. Number five, doo wop, popularized in the 1950s. It saw white youth creating groups in neighborhoods where black people were unwelcome. So you got white boys in the suburbs trying to form quartets and shit, trying to catch some of that swag that our ancestors was putting out at the time, and they were blatant with the shit. And this is very well documented. So once again, don't come in my comments with that bullshit. You will be banned, or the other motherfuckers in there will be at your throat. A black artist would record a song that might be a hit on the black radio, and the fucking next day these white and Jewish owned record companies would bring a group of white guys to come in and re-record what the black artist just recorded the day before, that's on the radio or on the black radio, and have white people singing it and make a white version of that song. And you know what I'm saying? This is why I look at these motherfuckers. There's nothing that they've created. They've killed, they've stolen, they've taken. So anyway, on to number six. R&B, rock and roll, and soul musicians face segregation in the Jim Crow South, performing to divided audiences. Number seven, despite a strong black presence in music, underrepresentation exists in the industry leadership, with 13% of artists being black. Number eight, black executives often oversee urban programs or genres like rap, hip hop, and R&B. Once again, if this shit is supposed to be, this narrative, or there's no more racism, there's no more this, there's no more that, then why the fuck is there even a black music category? All this shit should just be American music. You know what I mean? Or from a genre standpoint, yeah, hip hop, R&B, whatever, whatever. So anyway, on to bullet point number nine. The Grammy Awards face criticism for lacking black nominees and winners, with less than a quarter of non genre specific awards going to black recipients. So, this is definitely the case throughout time, right? That rap has been around even before that. The majority of the Grammy board of people who vote on that board have traditionally and historically been white people, older white people trying to vote and decide what's hip and what's the hot and hip new artists in our genres. This is why back in the day in 88, it was either 88 or 89, I think somewhere in there, you had Young MC winning rapper of the year over a fucking Big Daddy Kane, which them niggas should have been rounded up and just dealt with. This is why when Kendrick Lamar had dropped masterpieces, and whatever year that was, when Macklemore won Rapper of the Year over Kendrick Lamar, and when Macklemore came to that podium to get that award, he even acknowledged who really should have won that motherfucker. But that's the type of shit that go down. Number 10, white men dominate Grammy wins overall. including categories like Best Rap Album and Best Jazz Instrumental Album. Moving on. Black people contributed significantly to the creation of major genres, including those dominated by white artists currently, such as country, such as rock music, such as EDM. We created everything. I remember going into a goddamn, it wasn't even a debate. It started as a debate, and I ain't gonna name the other person in the argument, but the motherfucker was like, "You trying to say niggas created everything?" And I was like, "Yes, niggas created everything, at least in the United States." And we looked up this one, and then this genre, and then that genre, and then they shut the fuck up and sat they monkey ass down. Like, damn, I didn't know, I ain't know. Of course you didn't fucking know because these niggas, the way they educate y'all and have niggas brainwashed, you would think these white people did the most and created everything and they so important. No, nigga, these niggas did not create nothing. They are nothing but vultures who capitalize and monetize our people's talent. So anyway, number 12, um, research into the origins of music genres from 1941 to 2020 reveals black influence, which is highlighted in an interactive diagram. I'll drop a link in the description of this video for that diagram so that it could be laid out and seen crystal clear what the fuck I'm talking about, big picture. 13. Black artists are responsible for or heavily inspired genres showcased in this diagram, which will be in the description. This shit is like a DNA fucking map blueprint showing everything, not only not in just North America, but in Europe, the Caribbean as well. Number 14, the history of each genre and the role black people played in its development can be explored through the interactive diagram. Number 15, the contradiction of celebrating black culture and music while marginalizing black people remains a persistent issue in the music industry as well as in America. Going back to the shit that I will say, and motherfuckers, the comments have at it. These white people want the black soundtrack to a white experience. You know what I'm saying? Look at half of the TV shows you watch. It might have some white people there, and they in a cool type of situation setting. They got the black music in the back, whether it's the rap or it's some white people in a romantic movie, and they playing some uh, fucking Mary J. Blige in the back or some Luther Vandross. They want the white face with the black effect in the background. But this is just the intro, episode one. The part two, we about to jump into the history starting with the Negro spirituals from slavery era. And, we're going to just keep dropping it piece by piece on you. So once again, thank y'all for tuning in. And I'll get back at y'all later. All right.